Okay, so today I'm going to go ahead and just walk you through how to properly use Weebly for when you're designing your electronic job portfolio for this sequence or this project. So just to get started, you want to go ahead and use your UNM email address, and you'll sign up for Weebly for education, I think is one of the options. So you just create that account. It's completely free, and you're able to create many different sites. So once you've signed in, created an account, you'll be prompted to this site or this page, and this is where you'll go ahead and create your actual site. So you just click add site, and then you'll be sent to an area where you can pick from a wide array of various different themes. So you can just go ahead and pick whichever one that you want, whatever one fits you. And they have tons of different options for you. So just pick whichever one that you feel is nice and professional. And you can create and you can customize this for you once you've actually chosen the actual theme. So let's say I choose this theme. We'll be prompted to the editing page. This is where you'll go ahead and name your site. So let's just say I'm creating this one. I hit continue, and then this is just the name of my site once I actually hit publish. So once we're here in our build page, we can go ahead and work and edit within this. So we can go ahead and name it whatever you want, and you can create pages on here as well, more than just your home page. So let's say I want to create one. I just click on the pages in my editor, and I hit this little plus sign, and then I hit standard page, and then we go ahead and name it. So let's say I need an about section. I save it, and then now I have a new page to work with and edit. Once I'm in here, I can also, choose various things like my actual header if I don't want one here. If I want it to be a little bit smaller or a different landing, then we can edit from there. You can also click and drag and create different pages as well. So let's say I want to obviously create one for my resume like you guys would need for this assignment. We create resume, save it, and then we can kind of move and click wherever we want. Go ahead or when you're actually editing this, you want to go ahead and keep your reader in mind. So what is the first thing they're going to want when they visit your site? Probably to learn more about you. So that's probably the very first thing you want. Oops. And to actually create, once you have your pages, they'll come up here. If you want to create any sub pages, once you add it, let's say I have a standard page. And I want this as a little sub page. You just click and move it to the side a little bit, and then all of a sudden it is now part of another page. We can also customize our theme. They have some, you're kind of limited to some different things, but you do have some room for creativity and allow to, kind of personalize for yourself. I can go ahead and switch this up. It only changes up various things like font and things like that. But some of them, they reflect out a little bit more than others. But you can change your theme, you can change your fonts and background as well. Once we're in our build page, let's say I'm in my on my home page and I want to, or let's say I'm in my resume and I want to create something. You want to make sure you actually have documents to view. That's part of this assignment. You want your resume up there, your cover letter, and eventually you're going to put up your revised materials. So what you do here is just under media, you can click and drag and say you want a document. Once this puts up, this is just a nice little tool, and you can actually just view your file from here. You click on it and you upload your file. I find it to be the easiest if you upload a PDF. That seems to work a little bit better and faster. You may also, want to have something leading into that. So maybe I need to have a title. So any of the things that you want when you're editing, you just click and drag. So maybe I need some text as well. Right below my title, and that's where you go ahead and edit things. And you can copy and paste from Word if you already have something written up. And then, images, any of that, slideshows, you can add in a bunch of different things. Anything with a star is the only thing where you can't upload just without paying for additional services. But you have a lot of room to build and customize within these various things. So just seeing what the final product looks like. So after I've made all my changes that I want, I go ahead and hit publish. It's prompted me here, make sure you have your name, and then you hit continue, and then it'll actually publish your site. You want to make sure you've hit this button pretty regularly just to make sure all of your edits have been saved, so I can actually view them. So, and your peers, when you do peer review, you want to make sure it's reflecting your most recent version of the site. So make sure you're hitting publish, because if you forget to, then we're not going to be able to actually view your site or work within it. So let's say so this is one that I've already created for a separate class of my own, obviously different requirements, but it's really similar in the way it's kind of operating here. So you'll just type in your website name, the domain, whatever one you've created, once you've actually published it, and then you'll be able to view it just like anybody else would. And then so that's a really good way of actually editing things. But just to kind of see what some of these documents look like, so this is the viewer, that view tool. So once they've uploaded, they can't, or anybody visiting your site can't edit the actual document. So it doesn't matter if it's a PDF or a docx, but PDF just uploads a little bit faster. And you can kind of just see how things are laid out here. I have my about section, so we have like third person. So that's something that you should be thinking of as well. And then eventually, this is kind of closer to what your final product will look like for the final project, when you're actually uploading your other assignments. And so you'll have these multiple pages. But for the purpose of this project one, you're only going to need your home page, your about section, and then your resume and cover letter. You can choose to, lay out those pages however you want, as long as you're, following that prompt. So I hope this has clarified some things for you all. If you're still having any issues with creating your website, go ahead and post your questions to the Writers Lounge, and hopefully I can answer them for you. And that way your peers can see them as well. You're also more than welcome to email me, and I'll be able to help you. There's lots of tutorials on Weebly and whatever other site creation tool that you want to use if you don't want to use Weebly. Lots of them on YouTube, so if you're really struggling with anything, you should be able to find some other good tutorials there as well. But I am more than happy to answer questions. I hope this clarifies some things for you. Let me know if you have any questions.